Hey lovelies! Okay, so today's rant is going to be about the fact that I don't think anyone in the city of Toronto ever holds the door for anyone. I can't tell you how many times I've walked through the path and had someone literally a half a step in front of me, not even sort of lean their hand back to hold the door open. Oh, and just as a side note, I have not decided to partake in extracurricular activities, i.e. shoving needles into my arm for fun. I had blood work done last week to get my STI status, and unfortunately the nurse, well, I think she might have been into S&M or something like that, because she ripped it out like it was nobody's business. I felt like a razor blade with like a ball at the end was coming out of my arm when she ripped it out. It hurt so bad. And I know that everyone likes to blame it on me. They're like, oh, well, maybe you didn't apply enough pressure. Trust me, bitch, I applied pressure. I've had blood work done before. And only ever bruised like this twice. And both times was the nurse's fault. Thank you. Anyhow, back to my rant. So I'm walking through the path, or even through Union Station, and it's actually even worse, right? Because everybody's so goddamn busy. Union Station sort of reminds me of the DVP or like the Gardner Expressway, where every fucking buddy is so fucking busy and in such a rush to get somewhere, they just don't give a shit about anyone else. So they'll drive like idiots, right? That's how it happens. It's the same way when you're in Union Station. People are walking so fast, they don't even give a shit. They just walk through the door, they don't bother holding it behind them. And this is the worst thing around like rush hour. So like 5 or 6, or even in the morning around like between like 7 and like 10 when people are rushing to get to work. It's exactly the same. People just push you out of the way and they walk through the door and they don't even hold it. I think in the entire time that I lived in Toronto, I've only ever had a couple of people hold the door open for me, or see that I was coming behind them and hit the handicap thing to open up the door, because I generally will go through the handicap door if it's open. I mean, it's not, I don't always go through the handicap door like some sort of asshole who parks in the handicap spots. I don't always do that. But I do walk through the handicap doors if it's open, or if someone's opened it for me and I don't see someone coming from the other side, so I know that they've opened it for me. Oh my god, does that mean they think I'm handicapped or something? Oh, that's terrible. That's a terrible conclusion to come to. Maybe people think that I'm like slow or something, and that's why they do the button on the door for me. Now it doesn't feel so good. Anyhow, I digress. Back to my rant. But it takes a millisecond to walk through a door and hold it behind you as you're walking through. If I don't get there in time, well, that's my own fucking fault for not rushing. But at least, like, try to hold the goddamn door. Oh, and let's not even fucking get into people talking on their phone. So they're talking on their phone, clickety fucking clack away, and they'll walk through the door. First, they don't hold the door. That's the first thing. First, they don't hold the door. And second, they don't even bother to hold the door from behind them. So now they've just walked through the fucking door all willy-nilly, all free, and not done anything. You know what? I'm gonna start screaming at people, "You're welcome," the next time they do that to me. When I hold the door for someone and no one says thank you, I'm gonna start screaming, "You're welcome." I don't even understand it. It's just, I guess it's a cultural thing. Like, we're so self-absorbed and self-important that we just neglect to remember that there are, in fact, people around us, i.e. me. And I don't know how the fuck you could miss me. I'm 6 foot fucking 170 pounds. I mean, you know, listen, if I was like 5'6" or 5'4" and like 90 pounds, I could understand someone missing me as I walk behind them. But I'm 6'1". It's not like I walk like an angel all fluttery and no one fucking hears my footsteps. Jesus Christ. People in another fucking city can hear my footsteps. That's how fucking hard I walk. Anyhow, I just wanted to get that rant out of the way. As always, I thank you so very much for coming and listening to my rants, and hanging out with me. And I promise you, Starbucks is not a sponsor of my show. It just happens this is when I drink my green. It's green tea. I don't think Starbucks sells green tea. So there we go. So then there you go. I just so happens that all the cups that I happen to own happen to be Starbucks that I can drink coffee from. Anyhow, as always, I thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me and for taking some time to listen to my rants. I also thank you for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I will catch you all on the flip side, folks. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is not a paid advertisement.
Hey lovelies, who doesn't love a free ride home? In this case, you'd be getting it from Uber. Use my code SamanthaL844 and your ride is on us. And by us, I mean Uber and me. Bye.